I'll go.
Go.
Hello, lovelies. I don't know if you can tell, but it's raining.
Yay, it's wonderful.
Let's let them listen. You tell us if you can hear that.
So good. Today's April 28th, 2020, and
You need to get the crucifix.
we are. There we go.
There you go.
We are looking at prayer recollection from Luke, or reflection from prayer recollection from Luke 23:44 through 49, and I'm going to jump in and read that
23,
first.
44, 49.
By this time, it was about noon, and darkness fell across the whole land until 3 o'clock. The light from the sun was gone, and suddenly the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn down the middle. Then Jesus shouted, "Father, I entrust my spirit into your hands." And with those words, he breathed his last. When the Roman officer overseeing the execution saw what had happened, he worshipped God and said, "Surely this man was innocent." And all the crowd that came to see the crucifixion saw what had happened. When? They went home in deep sorrow.
How about you read that verse again?
Okay, again. And when all the crowd that came to see the crucifixion saw what had happened, they went home in deep sorrow. But Jesus' friends, including the women who'd followed him from Galilee, stood at a distance watching. All right, this is a pretty intense section.
Intense, guys. I
And
don't know if you can handle it.
you have anything you want to start with, Hannah?
They can handle it. 3 hours.
Yes, 3
Of
hours.
darkness.
Noon till 3.
We were wondering why it was noon until 3. And we don't know why, but it is another 3.
We're going to get our, what's that? We ordered that cultural study Bible.
She ordered that.
I ordered it.
She ordered it.
And we're going to read about this and see if it says anything about how it was dark from noon to 3. And about the 3 hours.
See if you guys can see this rain. It's pretty crazy. Anyway.
And I thought that part about being dark for 3 hours was interesting. It felt like the solar system was anticipating the light of Jesus going out.
Maybe God knew there was going to be something and he planned it that way.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he could totally do that.
We're wondering what the science is.
Right.
We've seen an eclipse,
Mm-hmm.
and it gets kind of dark.
Yeah.
Like dusky dark.
Yeah, I'd say dusky.
For a few minutes in the middle of the day, but not for that long.
Yeah. And not that dark. It didn't feel like the sun was gone out. It just felt like the sun was clouded.
The sun was confused.
And then we thought this was really cool, the part that said, and suddenly the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn down the middle.
I mean, everyone and their mother has talked about this, but...
I like her and her mother.
Yeah, that's a good phrase, because it's me and my mother.
Yeah, it's so good.
Anyway, it was torn because God's like, oh, I'm free.
Mm-hmm.
And now he can be with the people.
Finally freed.
He's like, y'all don't need that anymore.
That's right. All this time, the Old Testament, all this was just preparing for him to come out. And then,
the world's longest game of hide and seek.
Yeah. Yeah, right.
I don't know if that analogy works.
It has some elements that fit.
We give that a question mark.
I like the part where it says, well, I think it's just interesting that he says, "Father, I entrust my spirit into your hands," and with those words he breathed his last. So I'm thinking about if you're dying of suffocation, I can't imagine
That was me dying of suffocation.
How do you shout? Like, was that a miraculous event?
You
I don't
just
know.
whisper shout. That's how.
It doesn't say he whisper shouted, though.
There he is. The man, the myth, the legend. On the crucifix. I've never died of suffocation, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
But it does seem kind of miraculous.
Yeah, although I gotta say, as of recently, a lot more people in our country have died of suffocation, unfortunately. And I actually feel like if I were to get coronavirus and die of it, that it would be some comfort knowing that you were dying the way Jesus died.
I don't know if that would be the comfort. I think the comfort would be knowing that you're going to go to heaven.
No, that'd be the real comfort. I just mean it'd help get you through the moments before
You're like
exit.
Jesus did this, so I can do it.
I'm with you, Jesus. Solidarity. Corey Ten Boom and her sister.
Our coronavirus references won't be relevant if people are watching this later.
Someday this will all be historical. This will be history.
History.
You'll just see this as history. You won't. It's starting to get a little wet in here, people.
Maybe we should close that window.
We're going to close that window. Oh, I got another window. You entertain, Anna. I'm going to go close a couple windows.
Wow. What?
Talk about...
Jesus, man.
I've heard about whatever you want.
He's pretty crazy.
I gotta close the window. I'll be right back.
Oh my gosh. We have a lot of windows open in our house, which I think maybe was not a plan that we thought through very well.
The rain changed.
The rain changed. Rain changed. That's like a poem. Shel Silverstein might have written that. Okay, we're back. She's back. I've been here the whole time.
Well, let's look at the verse where he says...
Wow, you're on a higher angle than me now. Okay,
I'm on the higher plane.
Let's look at the verse where...
I'm sitting up. She's slouching down. Do you want me to slouch
Let's
back down with you?
look at the verse where he says...
Where he says...
Come back down with me, yeah. I'm listening.
Okay.
Okay, anyway. Let's look at the...
How's that?
You're stepping on me.
Sorry.
Let's look at the verse.
Father, I entrust my spirit into your hands.
Oh, we were talking about that before the rain changed.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Okay, you talk about that.
You want me to talk about it?
You're the one who's so excited.
Well, I just think this verse is interesting because it's the very last thing he says. He trusted God till the very end. And what did he trust? When he entrusted his spirit into God's hands... I wonder if
that's what the other Gospels say his last words were.
We'll find out when we do them.
We'll find out when we do them. Martha's reading Mark.
No, he finished Mark.
Martha's finished Mark. What did he say in Mark?
I didn't read that part because I didn't want to spoil it. I read right up to where I was in Luke.
She didn't read that part.
And then I stopped. She stopped. It was like the last, I don't know, 2 or 3 chapters.
So maybe we should go back and look.
Yeah, we could go back and look. We're thinking about maybe doing Matthew next, but Anna's not sure about that.
I'm skeptical. I don't know about Matthew.
So we're praying about that.
I know.
So
I said I know like you were talking to me about it.
That's cool.
You're talking to them.
I entrust my spirit into your hands. What is he entrusting his spirit into God's hands? What's God going to do with his spirit in his hands?
I know.
What, Anna?
He's going to send him to hell.
He's going to send out. He's going to crush him. He's going to give him the damnation and curse of all mankind of all time.
That's giant yikes.
And Jesus put his spirit into God's hands to do that.
I have a question.
Yes.
I wonder if the people in hell got to meet Jesus then.
Well, we've been wondering if people, remain conscious for the duration of hell. Or if it's just somewhere you go, like death, that you have torture, but it ends.
What's the man who was in hell and then talked about the chasm? Who was that?
That was Lazarus. No.
No.
It was the rich man that Lazarus was outside his door.
Okay, anyway.
He seemed to be conscious in hell. If he was in hell.
He seemed to be conscious.
Yeah, I think he was in hell.
Was he?
Remember, it was real hot and he just wanted a drop of water on his tongue.
Or was he... Wait.
We don't know. We have a lot of unanswered questions about hell.
We don't understand.
We need to listen to some more C.S. Lewis, too, because...
Yeah,
I don't quite get him.
Is big brain.
Big brain, no.
Big brain.
We like him.
We like him.
Let's see. What else I wanted to talk about? I'm looking at the verse here. Oh, yeah, the last verse it says, "But Jesus' friends, including the women who'd followed him from Galilee, stood at a distance watching."
That's very sad.
It was very sad. Tell us, Anna.
They wanted a miracle. They were like, he still might save himself.
Yeah, I think his friends were probably this whole time hoping and expecting for a miracle. And it's interesting that they stood at a distance. It said they didn't. It doesn't say they came close, but it also said they didn't leave.
I'm not 100% sure why they didn't come close. Maybe they didn't want to mess with the guards. Yeah,
they were kind of taunting and being mean to Jesus the whole time. Maybe they were afraid they'd mess with them,
I
or they
don't
didn't
know.
want to be that close to that.
Maybe that's just scary to be close to a crucified man.
Yeah. Yeah. But it kind of
But
felt
they
to
didn't
me,
leave. They didn't
they didn't
like
leave.
the other people.
Felt like they were in no man's land. Like they can't get close to him, and they can't get away from him.
But they're like, if we leave, we might miss the miracle.
Right. They couldn't leave.
Couldn't we?
They were hoping. And a miracle was happening, but they couldn't see it.
Was it happening yet?
Yeah, well, he was atoning for our sins.
I guess.
The miracle of atonement.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the resurrection yet.
Yeah. No physical miracles had happened yet.
We were wondering about the Roman officer. You know, he would have seen a lot of executions. So he would know what was normal and what was different. And it doesn't just say, surely this man was innocent. It says he worshipped God and said, surely this man was innocent.
That's a little strange.
Mm-hmm.
We don't understand why he said that.
I'm hoping our new commentary will talk about that too. You see, I have a lot of high hopes pinned on this book.
She has high hopes pinned on
This
this
book that's going to be slow because all the shipments from coronavirus have a lot of stuff slowed down. May 8th. We have like 10 days, I think, till we get it, if I remember right.
10 days? That's so long.
Maybe it's not that long. Anyways.
10 days is not that long.
That's not that long.
That's not that long.
We got to remember to come back and read this part. But I wondered if maybe it was that he saw that he trusted God till the end. He didn't curse God. And what was the other thing that we thought? Oh, the tearing of the temple curtain.
Did he know about the tearing of the temple curtain?
Because I don't know if they could see the temple from where they were, but if they couldn't.
The temple curtain happened before Jesus shattered Father and Christmas Spirit. So someone might have run and told him about it.
That's what I think. Someone ran and told him.
Because it says, the light was going on. Suddenly the curtain in the sanctuary of the temple was torn down the middle. Then Jesus shouted, Father, enters my spirit into your hands.
And the darkness.
And the darkness.
Yeah. So there were some pretty cosmic events going on. So he worshiped God, and we do too.
And we do too.
We praise you, Jesus.
Bye.